Hi guys, hope everybody's staying safe out there. This is my stay-at-home haircut. Pretty nice, right? I haven't done any videos in quite a while, and I thought today I would catch up on an older video, rehash an older video. One of my older videos that still gets quite a few views and quite a few comments from several years ago. I did a video called "What is a Decocker and Why Do I Want One?" It was not a bad video. I had a very, very poor quality camera at the time, and the lighting was less than ideal. And one of the most common comments I get on the video was, good video, but we can't see what you're talking about. So I thought I would revisit that video with a little bit better lighting today and go over the subject of what is a decocker and why do I want one? I'm going to show a couple of, actually I have three here, three different types of decocker. This is a 6 Hour SP2022 in 9mm. I'm going to remove the magazine. These have all been safety checked. Believe me, I'm a fanatic about safety checks. Removing the magazine so the slide will hold open so I can demonstrate this. Okay, to answer the first question, let me try to describe in 2,500 words or less what is a decocker. A decocker is a device that allows you to safely drop the hammer on a live round when you have a live round chambered. Why would you have a live round chambered? When you're carrying a gun, you want to have the gun as accessible as possible without any adjustments, fidgeting, fumbling, and you also want it to be safe to carry. This is a 15-round magazine. You can carry 15 rounds in the magazine, 1 round chambered, for a total of 16 rounds. In order to do that, you load the magazine fully, insert the magazine, rack the slide. Now, if the magazine were loaded and not empty as it is, the slide would, when you release it, would go forward like that. Now you have 14 rounds in the magazine, you have 1 round chambered. Remove the magazine, reload your 15th round back into the magazine, insert the magazine, and you're good to go. One problem: the hammer is still back. It's not going to take much of a trigger bump to fire this gun. Very light trigger pull. It's not real safe to carry it that way. I wouldn't advise carrying it that way. Okay, the purpose of a decocker, you're in the same situation. The hammer is back, and I'm going to remove the magazine again just because it makes it a little easier to do this for demonstration. The hammer is back. You have a full magazine. You have a live round chambered. This little lever right here, which is what people were complaining they couldn't see in my previous video, this lever right here is the decocker. What that will do is safely drop the hammer onto a live round. If you don't have a decocker, you will have to pull the trigger and manage slowly lower the hammer down and hope it doesn't slip and fire the round. The decocker will safely lower the hammer on the live round like that. Now you're good to go. You've got 15 rounds loaded in the magazine. You've got 1 round in the chamber, and on a double action, single action pistol, you will have a very, very long revolver-like trigger pull. You have to intentionally pull the trigger in order to fire the gun, which is a very long pull before it fires. That makes it much, much safer to carry. I actually prefer that over a striker-fired gun, which generally has a light trigger pull at all times. Much more likely to have a negligent discharge, an accidental discharge when you're reholstering. But I hope that explains the purpose of a decocker. This is one type of decocker. There are several different types. You'll see on some CZs there is a little lever here in the similar position, which looks like a safety on a 1911 type gun, which is actually a decocker. I love decockers on double action, single action guns. To me, it's the way to go. There's this type, which I just showed you. There's the CZ type, which I just showed you. This is a Beretta PX4 Storm Compact. It is also a decocker, although you will not see a lever anywhere on here that looks like a decocker. This particular gun, also safety checked, uses the safety lever as a decocker. There is also a model of this gun which uses this entirely as a dedicated decocker. It is not a safety at all, and you can convert these pretty easily without any purchase of extra pieces. You can do it at home, but I just haven't gotten around to doing it because I've been too lazy to do it. But this can easily be converted into a decocker only. Right now, this lever is a safety slash decocker. There's the safe position. There's the fire position. You can remove a little ball bearing out of here, which will cause this to be just spring activated. So when you push it down once and let go, it decocks the gun and springs right back into position, which I actually prefer that much over this. If I had known that was available at the time, I would have bought the model that had that already installed. But it's not a big deal to just turn this, flip it back up after you've decocked the gun. Same situation, okay? The safety is off. I've removed the magazine. The hammer is cocked. As you can see, the hammer is in the back position. I'm going to do it from this side so you can see there is a lever on both sides of the gun. Safety lever, when I put the safety lever down, it will safely decock the gun. Safety lever down, gun is decocked. It could be a little unnerving if you're not used to that, with the hammer slams down, but there is a internal safety, which will block the firing pin, which will allow this to safely drop. Now you flip the safety back up and you're ready to go. The only problem with this is you have to remember to put the safety back up. If you don't, you get this, which is no bueno. And as I said, there is a model that is spring-loaded, which will pop right back up after you decock the gun. That's the Beretta version of the decocker. This is an HK P30 SK, also a 9mm. The last one I showed you, the Beretta, was 9mm. These are all 9mm pistols. The decocker on this SK is different than either of the two I've showed you before, but it's a similar idea. Remove the magazine, rack the slide, the hammer is back. The decocker on this gun is located next to the hammer, right here. That is the decocker on this gun. Hopefully I'm in focus. I think you can see that. So without pointing the gun at my face, even though it is safe and unloaded, I will show you the decocker on this gun. Simply push in or down on this, it decocks. And that slams home pretty hard. Same deal, it's got a firing pin safety in there which blocks the firing pin. So no matter how hard it slams down when using the decocker, it is not going to fire the gun. So that's basically the decocker and why you want one. To me, it is much, much safer to carry a double action, single action gun with a full magazine, one in the chamber, and the long revolver-like trigger pull for the first trigger pull. Let me remove this again for demonstration. Long trigger pull for the first pull. When the gun eventually fires, the slide will cycle. You're back in single action. You notice the trigger does not come as far forward, and it's a much, much easier trigger pull for the second and all subsequent shots. Much, much easier trigger pull. And the main advantage of this, as I said, you're not going to accidentally, you have to really intentionally pull this trigger. You're not going to accidentally fire the gun when you're not meaning to. Alright, I hope that explained it better, and I hope you can see the lighting a little better on this. And I hope this explained to you fairly clearly what is a decocker and why do you want one. Alright guys, thanks as always. Hope you guys are staying safe out there, and I will talk to you guys next time. Thanks.